Remember the abandoned 2-year-old Nigerian boy who broke the internet 7 years ago? Yeah, the accused witch who got rescued by a Dutch humanitarian is now living a life many cannot imagine. What kind of life is he living now? What has been happening to him within the 7 years he got rescued? While many are curious about the answers to these questions, few others are more concerned about the circumstances that led to this boy being abandoned. Why was he accused of being a witch? Where were his parents in all of this? All these questions will be answered. Just stay connected to this video as we go along. On January the 30th, 2016, Danish humanitarian worker Anja Ringren Loen was photographed administering water to a severely malnourished 2-year-old kid she rescued after his family labeled him a witch and abandoned him to starve to death in Akwa Ibom, a state in Nigeria. Anja Ringren Loen, a Dutch woman, founded the African Children's Aid Education and Development Foundation, ACAEDF, called the Land of Hope.
Possibly find an orphanage that'll take it.
The organization's mission is to rescue and rehabilitate children accused of witchcraft, as well as those who require immediate medical assistance due to starvation or other health conditions. ACAEDF also focuses on providing education and a safe environment for children to grow and prosper.
We, the Children of African Children's Aid Education and Development Foundation, ACADEV.
She is also known to be married to David Emmanuel Umem, who is also active in the foundation's humanitarian efforts. They have been committed to caring for and supporting vulnerable children in Nigeria. The couple has a 2-year-old son and currently cares for about 34 children, all of whom have been accused of witchcraft. It is on one of their quests to save children from the harsh reality of society that she gets to meet a malnourished 2-year-old boy left to die on the streets. The boy had walked the streets for months when Anja got a phone call and promptly led a rescue squad, including her husband David, to bring the child to the Children's Education and Development Foundation called Land of Hope.
Can we give the child some food?
No food, no mother, no mother.
He was immediately taken to the hospital where he was treated for stomach worms and given blood transfusions to incorporate additional red blood cells into his body. It was at this moment she felt the urge to at least give him a name, so even if he didn't survive the treatment, he would have an identity. And she named him Hope. Little did she know that the name would serve as a symbol for his breakthrough and theirs. According to several sources, Miss Loen, who operates her orphanage in Nigeria, raised over £790,000 from donors all over the world to help treat Hope after she discovered him. While this news has led a lot of people to an emotional brink, many are still speculating the reason why a child would be abandoned not just by his parents, but also the society at large. The thing is, this treatment was not just limited to Hope alone, but to many helpless children in Uyo, Akwa Ibom state. Apparently, this has been a norm in the area. We have to wonder what in nature's name could make a whole society inhumane to these children. Why are they being accused of being witches at that young age? There have been many speculations on why these set of people in this jurisdiction of Nigeria behave this way, but two stood out to be much more influential on the actions of the people. Yes, you guessed right, it's religion and poverty. You see, religion and poverty are two major factors that contribute to the spread of child witchcraft in Nigeria and many other places of the world. Residents in Akwa Ibom's poorest sections feel abandoned and alienated by their government, which does nothing to educate and develop their village. Children's education is irregular and superstition is strongly embedded in their culture, and this fuels jungle law, fear, and ignorance. Families seek an explanation for their poverty or unexpected death, and because of this, the fear of evil and the supernatural can overpower affection for a child who can rapidly become a scapegoat. Finally, many revivalist churches use superstition for exorcisms, which they profit handsomely from. As a result, local priests are responsible for the vast bulk of witchcraft changes against youngsters in the state. We want to believe this was the reason that Hope was abandoned. However, even at this moment, no one knows why the young boy was accused of being a witch. All we know, though, is that he was accused and abandoned for death. Thank God for Loven, who came through like his miracle. But sometimes miracles happen only once. It is normal for many people to have a quick rescue but be abandoned later. So where exactly is Hope now? What exactly is happening in his life today? Where is he now, 7 years later? It has been 7 years since Hope was found and rescued from the condemning streets of Uyo. Hope has completely changed after his discovery. He appears a lot healthier and happier after gaining several pounds and seeking therapy for his health issues. 6 years later, the same boy reunited with his father. Anya on her Facebook page announced that Land of Hope Director of Child Development Sidibe Orok took Hope on the home visit. We want the villagers to witness Hope's amazing transformation. The last time we took Hope back to his village was in 2018 when we held a conference about superstition in the city hall for the entire community. This time, Hope was excited to be back because he understands more, and much to our surprise, we suddenly stood face to face with his uncle, the brother to his mother. On Tuesday, September 5th, 2023, Loven posted on her Facebook page that Hope had finally met his mother. According to the humanitarian worker, Hope's mother, who was a minor at the time, was impregnated by his father, a nearly 50-year-old village head who picked her as his wife. She gave birth to Hope at the age of 15. Loven stated that the entire scenario involves rape, child labor, and abuse, and she is unable to provide all of the specifics. She also did not reveal the events that led to the boy being labeled a witch and abandoned. Hope's mother was only 15 years old when she gave birth to Hope. She was still a child herself. Hope's father was at the time nearly 50 years old, and he was the village head, so it was not an equal relationship. Unfortunately, though, it is very common for men in rural communities to take any young girl they want to be their wife. While being pregnant, Hope's mother had to take care of her parents, who were both very sick. After giving birth to Hope, they both died. For a pregnant 15-year-old girl, this was truly a very hard time. She had to look after herself and also a child she wasn't sure she could fend for. Understandably, she'd have been very scared and frightened about her situation. When she gave birth to her son, she named him Stephen. Thus, Hope's real name is Stephen. For Love, this was confirmation that she was destined to meet Hope, as she had wanted to name her son Stephen when she had given birth to him. Hope's mother stayed at the Land of Hope and developed a close bond with Hope. It took him some time to forgive her, but in Hope's story, his mother is innocent. She never left him in the village to die. In fact, she was forced to leave the village when she got pregnant with Hope's younger brother Daniel at the age of only 16 years. She was sent to Lagos to survive, which again brings the question of this entire story involved rape, child labor, and abuse. What's important, however, is that Hope and his mother are reunited, and it seems that there is a happily ever after in his life story. Not only was he given a second chance to live, and live well, but he also had the opportunity to connect with his roots and become a better person. Truly, we could say Anya Loven found a child meant for happiness. Today, Hope is much stronger. He continues to live at the orphanage and refers to Anya as his mother. He also helps other children and does everything he can to assist his foster parents in their vital work. A new orphanage named the Land of Hope is currently being built in Nigeria using funds from Anya's philanthropic foundation. Many individuals from all over the world donated to this generous woman. People continue to contribute as much as they can, and Anya utilizes the proceeds to save additional lives. Anya believes that seeing these children happy is the finest reward for her efforts. So here's the conclusion. Hope's smile has become a symbol of hope. He exemplifies how amazing things can be accomplished when people work towards common aim. We must remember that while Hope's story had a happy conclusion, there's still many children living in similar circumstances. And that's it for now. What did you think about the story? If you enjoyed the video and want to see more like it, kindly drop your favorite emoji down below in the comment section. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to this channel and tick the bell button to be notified when we release a new video every week. We hope to see you in future videos. Have a wonderful day.